everyone, and welcome back to Number Bases. In today's lesson, I'm going to show you the different types of numbers that could appear in the different number bases and how to switch among them. So if you ever wondered the normal numbers that we usually see and if what number base you're actually in. So the normal numbers that we are actually seeing are actually in this base called decimals, or also widely known as base 10. So you're going to be writing them as this 0.589 base 10. But because decimals or base 10 is a very common base, when we write numbers, we don't usually write the base. Unless we want to specifically deal with other number bases, such as base 2, which will probably appear like that. Base 5, which would probably appear like this. And even base 10, which will probably appear like that. So the small subscript over there will determine or will show you what base the number is in. So in short, if you have these different bases, 2, 5, 8, and base 10, how would you be switching the base of 2 or 5 or 8 to base 10? You will do a multiplication. And how would you switch the base 10 to base or other bases? You would do a division and divide by the number or the base that you want to switch them into. So let's look at some examples here. In this first question, I would like to switch the base 2 to a base 10. So how would I do it? I need to know the number place first. So the first number place is always 0, and it increases as it goes on to the left side. Therefore, I'm going to be opening up each and every number place from the left side to the right side. So do take note that the reason why all this is 2 is because the base is 2. You're going to use a calculator to calculate, and you're going to have this as the answer. So the same goes for base 8. If you're going to see a base 8, you're going to be opening them up based on their number place as well. Sorry. This is a 2. And because it is a base 8, so therefore the base is actually 8. Alright, so if you use a calculator, you can be getting this as the answer. And let's do one more with base 5. So now because it is base 5, my number of the base will be 5, obviously without thinking much, and the answer that you get will be 279 base 10. So what if now I want to do the other way around? I want to change a number in base 10 to any other bases. So how am I going to do that? So remember, you are supposed to divide with the number or the base that you want to get. So let's say now I have 43 base 10, and I would like to change it into base 2. So what you're supposed to do is you have to find this thing called the remainder. Okay, so 43 divided by 2 will give you 21, and remainder 1. 21 divided by 2 will give you 10 with the remainder 1. 10 divided by 2 will give you 5 with no remainder. 5 divided by 2 will give you 2 with remainder 1. 2 divided by 2 will be 1 with no remainder. And 1 divided by 2 will be 0 with the remainder 1. So you must divide until you get 0. Okay, then you stop. And the answer is to read the numbers from the bottom up to the top. So the bottom here is 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, base 2. And there you go. This is the answer. Okay, let's try and change another number in base 10 to base 8. So we're going to use the same concept here. So 236 divided by 8 is 29. In this case, if I want to find the remainder, it seems a little bit more difficult. And what we usually will do is using a calculator to take 236 divided by 29, and that gives you 29.5. But don't forget, the 0.5 is not your remainder. So a faster way to find the remainder will be taking what is left behind of the decimal place and multiply it with the base, and you will get 4. So the remainder is actually 4. Now you don't believe me, we'll try one more. 29 divided by 8 gives you a 3, right? So 29 divided by 8 is actually 3.625. So again, using the decimal number here, multiply with the 8. And in this case, you will get 5. So this is the remainder. Okay, you need to divide until you get 0. So therefore, the answer is 354 base 8. Okay, pretty quick way to find. You can do it with other bases as well, not just 8. And then we have one more example here. We're going to change this into base 5. So divided by base 5, that gives you 28 remain 3. And then this again, if you remain the 3, the 0. And remember, we need to divide until you get 1. 0, sorry. So the answer is 1033 base 5. Okay, so there you go. Some questions on number bases. Make sure you try some questions for yourself. And till we meet again, please subscribe to my channel and leave any comments below if you have any questions. Stay safe. Till we meet again. Bye bye.